Morning viewers, nice view from the window of the hotel. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going from MOLDE to Trondheim, and I've got the map out today so you can have a look, see exactly the route we're taking. Well, we say exactly the route we're taking. The sat navs have had a bit of a wobble to compare the two, but we're working on it. So this is our route today. So from MOLDE along the Ocean Road route across here, and then jumping up, and I'll have to turn the map over. And then across here, where the little arrows have been wonderfully marked by Anne. And I think we're popping down that way, coming up this way, and then finally into Trondheim. Okay, might not seem a lot. It's about 185 miles today. Those 185 miles will take us a good between 5 and 6 hours along those roads. Yesterday, if you saw episode 6, we had a wonderful day up at the Trolls Ladder. It's commonly called the Trolls Ladder. Lots of great roads. The weather today, it's a little bit cloudy, as you see through the window, but the weather maps are showing no rain until about 4 o'clock in Trondheim. So we're now going through a debate of what to wear, but you know, too much gear, too hot; not enough gear, too cold, that sort of thing. But anyway, the wonders of motorcycling. So I'll speak to you later. We are now heading off towards Trondheim. According to the sat nav, 184 miles, and we'll be there about 4:30 this afternoon. As you can see from the video, the weather is really cloudy, but it's not raining, so that's a bonus. Not worried so much about the cloud, just that we didn't want to be riding in the rain. It makes the day unpleasant, and it also makes video difficult because all you see is a spattered lens. Firstly, apologies for the last episode. It seemed to have ended really abruptly, and I think that's probably user error downloading, so sorry about that, but you got the most of it. And all at the end of the last video was going to be some photographs, but for some reason YouTube didn't like it and didn't want to show the photographs, so I'll stick those on, work it out later, and stick those on the next episode. So today is going to be a really whizzy day, I think is the only way to describe it, because we're going to go along the coast road, and we're going to be seeing lots and lots of different scenery. We're going to be jumping islands, we're going to be moving across bridges, all sorts of things, and more importantly, we are going to do the bridge that was highlighted in the last James Bond film. So I will mention that when we get there. That will definitely be a bit of commentary. So we're just about to go onto the Atlantic Ocean Road. You can see the brown signs. And heading for Kristiansund. We've been to Kristiansand, and I'm going to have to work out that Christian is probably like Christ, but there's no guarantee, so I will Google that later. So if it was something like Christchurch in the UK. Anyway, here we are, the official start of the Atlantic Ocean Road. we're heading towards that bridge that I mentioned earlier, that was in the James Bond movie. We will be crossing it naturally, but we'll take some photographs before we get there. And you can just see it in the distance. It might flatten out on the GoPro, but we will be taking some snaps. To put in words actually when you're riding around the countryside like this, because it's obviously beautiful country in everywhere you go, but this is quite spectacular, and it's changed a huge amount from the south. We've got more trees, more tree line, and the mountains are sort of wider and the valleys are bigger. Very, very, very pretty. it's really weird when you've been riding around the countryside for days and days and days, and suddenly hit a big city. It's like getting back into big city riding. Very strange. But here we are in Trondheim. It's obviously, and Anna and I were talking about whether this was the second or third biggest city in Norway. So we'll double confirm that, but I think it's the second, next to Oslo, because it's quite big. We seem to have been riding through it for quite some time, so definitely. And lots more tower blocks and high rises than Bergen. Obviously, they always say that the wealth of a city is how many cranes you have. There's quite a few here, so there's lots of building going on. And according to SatNav, we have 1.1 miles to go before arrival.